Hi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into this AFC South show 224 as we are doing a Week 9 reaction. AFC South goes 1-3 on the weekend. Woof. Okay, let's just, you know what I mean? Just terrible. My name is Curtis. You can catch
the
me
proverbial
here.
bit.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. My name is Curtis. You can catch me here. You can catch me on That Real Texas Team podcast, holding it down with Mike and Chris. At my top right, you've got Isaiah, the Glitter Kitty Conquistador, 1/3 of Third and Teal, and AKA Duval's finest. How we doing tonight?
The finest, baby. Good looking guy. No, I'm doing pretty good. You know, we won. So
You were the one in 1-3.
It is a great week when we win and everyone else loses, because that puts us, even closer. Which actually now, weirdly enough, we have a 64% chance of making the playoffs. So I like those odds. It's just crazy. Yeah, I'll talk about it later.
All right. Down at the bottom right, we got Walk Softly and Carry a Big Stick. Co-host of Unstable, co-host of Tag Team Talk. His co-host Justin also hosts Kingmaker Sports. Jeff, how we feeling?
Good. We're just hosting and co-hosting all over the place. It was a good weekend. It could have been better, but for obvious reasons. But I'm doing all right. Like, share, subscribe.
And down at the bottom left, we've got Andrew, one half of Titans Table for Two. If you're a Titans fan, that is the man to go see. Andrew, how you doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good.
Hell yeah.
Just still on the tank. And it's not even like a purposeful tank. We just suck.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Eric says, I heard that, Curtis. It's the Glitter Kitty thing.
Every
Jag wide receiver is hurt.
Did we interest you in a Calvin Ridley?
No. Did we interest you in a 6th round pick for Jeffrey Simmons?
We'll give you a fifth.
I'll give you Jeffrey Simmons for a 6th round pick and Brian Thomas.
We don't have a Brian Thomas, so.
What? The BT.
Who's this Brian Thomas you speak of?
He is broken.
His father doesn't play in the NFL, sir.
Sorry, Mr. Junior.
Yeah, there you go. Right. No.
Mr. Is he hurt too?
I mean, who isn't? He came off the field twice and went back out there. Back out at the end of the game. I was like, why the fuck are we throwing Austin Trammell more than 5 yards down the field? And then like the next drive, because that was like the end of the drive, I'm like, oh wait, they're all gone. I was like, yeah, Brown's gone. Hunter's on IR. Brian Thomas Jr. got hurt. Like, everybody's gone. We had one active tight end in that game.
Jesus.
By the end of it.
Wow. Well, if you're new here, we do this a certain way. We have the most disappointing loser go first, and then the most impressive winners go last. And then we kind of fill in between accordingly. So today,
mine didn't even have to be impressive.
I just had to win.
You just needed a swatted ball.
So with that being said, the most disappointing loss, at least according to us, would be the Indianapolis Colts losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-20. Jeff, take it away.
This game started off exactly like I thought the game was going to go. Pittsburgh elected to receive. Colts forced them to 3 and out. Colts drove right down the field. Next Pittsburgh drive went 3 and out, and then the wheels just kind of started coming off. We didn't have Gould, who's normally our kick returner. They had Josh Downs, who has experience doing it, but I don't know what he was doing. Like, I guess he decided not to field the punt, but he still stayed where it was. So kind of kicked up, bounced off his chest, gave Pittsburgh the ball. Defense did its job again. They didn't get any points on that drive, starting at like the Colts 13. It seemed like the Colts were kind of getting their momentum back on offense again. Then a penalty called it back, and then it just seemed like they just could never get into a rhythm after that. Everything that works well for this Colts team, they went away from. I was texting you guys, furious, pissed off, pass. And it's like, and then no shit, Jonathan Taylor runs for like 2 yards, pass. It was really frustrating. Their defensive line, their front did really well. The Colts offensive line, they played great to this point, and they just couldn't get it done. TJ Watt, I took him in a parlay a couple weeks ago when they played Cincinnati, and he got 1 tackle. Apparently, he decided to start tackling in this game. But they got after Daniel Jones. They for whatever reason the Colts kind of played into their hand and just, like I said, just kept passing the football. Daniel Jones dropped back 50 times. I think he had over 20 dropbacks in the first half in a 1-possession game. It just didn't make any sense. Our whole motto in this AFC South show was run the damn ball, and Steichen was like, the what?
Yeah.
Do what?
What
but I think 2 or 3 of Daniel Jones' interceptions were like tipped by a defensive lineman. Like I said, they were constantly in his face, and they played out of their minds in this game. TJ Watt had another strip sack. I don't think Daniel Jones even saw it coming. Everybody's blaming Daniel Jones. Yeah, this is easily his worst game as a Colt, but all that blame doesn't go on him. Like, that offensive line played like shit. The defense played more than well enough to win. Like I said, 2 straight 3-and-outs. Steelers got the ball at the Colts 13. They stopped them then too. They played much better than they have all year. And for the Colts only to lose this game by 7 with 6 turnovers is, if there's a silver lining, that's what it is. But yeah, it was just, we had our first 100-yard receiver of the season, and there was actually 2 of them in this game. I'm trying to find the positives. It was Alec Pierce, Pittman. Alec Pierce is playing fantastic this year. I think I said a few years ago when they drafted him, I'm like, just his size and speed, I felt he had potential to be a 1. I'm not saying that's what he is, but he's playing really good. Like, he's showing that he can make the plays underneath. He's not just a deep ball threat, which he still is, but he can make all the other plays too. So he's kind of coming into what I was hoping he could be. But overall, it was just kind of a disappointing day for Downs. The Steelers were all over Warren. They didn't really, all the big plays that's been going to Warren, they took away. So, you got to tip the hat to the Steelers. They were the 26th ranked defense, and they played a hell of a game. I hate the Steelers. They've always been a thorn in the Colts side, but Latu had 2.5 sacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Chris Ballard, the trade deadline's tomorrow. You got to make a move, dude. This game right here was proof that you have to.
Yeah.
You've got to.
Prediction-wise, Justin said 30-21 Indianapolis. Isaiah 33-17 Indianapolis. I said 28-20 Indianapolis, and Andrew 33-28 Indianapolis. So none of us were really close.
And we all had.
And I think I predicted like 34-24 on Unstable.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Got some comments here pertaining to the division and the Colts. Like I said, our division is going to draft Reuben Bain Jr., Peter Woods, and trade for Quinnen Williams, and none of us will have QBs left by week 10 next year.
That's about right.
Yeah. And then we've got to start waving your arms if you want that Angels in the outfield magic back. The Colts had a bad game when they started calling him Daniel, not Indiana.
I've been calling him Daniel Jones, and I keep getting corrected.
Yeah. Nah.
He still threw for 340, so whatever. But
Yeah.
They were great on 4th down. They were like 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 on 4th down, and then they would and the next play would be an interception or some shit. But
Yeah.
again, I'm just trying to find half glass full kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. We all kind of were waiting on the reality game to come in for the Colts. Have the kind of fuck up where Daniel Jones looks like his old self. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's the new trajectory for the Colts. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad team. It could just be one time shit in the bed.
Yeah, it's all about how
shit.
you respond now.
D'Amico
hey,
thinks
they're
that's
7-2.
passer now. Well,
They're still atop the AFC. The bridge hasn't burned down after one bad game.
We got the Falcons next week, so
Yeah.
it's not a bad little game.
yeah, in Berlin, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Andrew,
Weird shit
Colts-
happens in Europe.
Colts Steelers, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to win any game when you turn the ball over 6 times, 5 by your quarterback. I mean, props to the Steelers for holding JT in check. He's been on a tear all season long. 14 rushes isn't enough for him. But when you're playing from behind, it's hard, you know.
Well, and just I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's like it seemed like he gained like 8 yards, and then he gained 9 yards, and then it's pass interception. Like why the fuck it's 2nd and 1? Would you stop doing something where you just gained 9 yards? But
Yeah.
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 That's how
I
the game
mean,
went.
the offense looked fine. You just box score watching, you know. I mean, Pierce had a good day. Pittman had a good day. Downs was productive. Tyler Warren was kind of held in check. I mean, he had 5 catches, but he didn't go for a lot of yards. And that's kind of his bread and butter is the yak. Once he gets it, he's hard to get down to the ground. It's really just a game of turnovers. I said it on the show. I mean, if someone's going to take advantage of that secondary, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers, somebody who's done it for a long time. He knows how to pick his spots. Colts seem like they put a lot of emphasis on DK, and so he just kind of spread the ball around, made things happen, did exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah.
So
Isaiah, Colts Steelers.
I hate the Indianapolis Colts, but I hate Aaron Rodgers a little bit more. No, I don't know. I think that the Colts, I mean, they should have on paper. We love the old on paper. They should have killed this Steelers team. TJ Watt decided to actually play football for one game, and it just happened to be this one. And Jeff even said it beforehand. Justin even said it beforehand. There's going to be a game where the Colts come out and you say, where did the Colts go? And this could be it. And sure enough, this was it. Does this mean that the Colts season is over? Until Tyler Warren cannot play football anymore? No. I mean, even if they can't throw the ball down the field, they can just throw at Tyler Warren 12 times and probably still win every game they play. But no, overall, they'll be fine. This is just everybody. You're going to have a loss. You weren't going to go the entire season with one loss as good as they've played this year. There's going to be some hiccups, but I don't think Daniel Jones is back to ye old Daniel Jones of old. I think we're going to be just fine. I think they're going to be just fine. The look on Daniel Jones' face though was that we've seen that look before, and there's a chance he could be ye old Daniel Jones, but I think they'll be fine. That offensive line is still really good. But overall, Texans trade for Tyler Warren. But no, I think they'll be fine. Overall, Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, he's got the experience. Mike Tomlin's a tough coach to play, especially against any defense he has, no matter how mediocre they seem. But they'll be fine going forward.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, and I'm going to echo again what Isaiah said. It's not panic time. It's the game that we were expecting. And as Andrew mentioned, it's how you bounce back from it. This is a Falcons team coming up that's going to be, I mean, I don't know that they're necessarily out of it in the NFC South, but, their defense is randomly good. And randomly, I mean, like, legitimately it's an any given Sunday kind of situation.
they're such a weird team.
They're so weird.
Yeah.
They're so inconsistent.
The whole year has been weird.
Oh, yeah. This is probably one of the weirdest.
Yeah.
I was watching a video earlier, and it's like, who do you think is going to make the playoffs? And he's like, I couldn't tell you. He goes, come on. He's like, next thing you're going to tell me the Colts are the best team in the league and they lose to the Steelers. He's like, mm-hmm. He's like, and the Jaguars have a chance. He's like, mm-hmm. And he's like, they're just like going through the whole list. And he's like, the only team is going to probably make it, the Eagles right now. Like the AFC is just a toss up.
Yeah. Helican
any of us can make it, man.
Yeah, well, certain people were not included. Some people were not included in the jackpot game, and the Titans just happened to be one of those teams.
Damn it, right.
Well, let's pivot to the second most embarrassing loss of the weekend. That would be Denver at Houston. Denver comes away with the victory 18-15. Our predictions were as follows. Andrew 16-10 Denver. I had 17-10 Houston. Isaiah had 20-17 Houston, and Justin said 21-17 Denver. I mean, we were all pretty.
They're all really close.
We were all God. So CJ gets, hit pretty. I don't even want to say it's illegal or necessarily even a bad hit. It just kind of looked that way on the field, in real time. And then you slow it down and you watch it again. It's a clean hit. He leads with the shoulder. He hits him in the chest. It's literally by definition what you want. Apparently in the offseason, they did change the rule that it is no longer a penalty to hit a sliding quarterback if you don't hit the head or neck area. If you hit any other part of the body, it is no longer a penalty. That is a change from 2024 to 2025. I don't care, regardless.
That's not a real rule, though.
Yeah, they changed it in the offseason.
Well, no, the part of it that matters is whether it was a late hit or not. Like if they don't consider it late, then yes, you're correct. But if they consider it late, then it doesn't matter where they hit him. That's the distinction that is not being talked about enough. Because that's what I looked up earlier. That's why I said that's like in the actual NFL rules. It says that summarized, if the player has enough time to pull up, then any contact with a sliding player or giving up their body is considered unnecessary roughness. And then if they don't have time, as long as they don't make forcible contact to the head or neck area, it is not a penalty.
Yeah.
So really, it's just a judgment call by the ref.
1,000.
Yes.
Do they think it was a late slide or not? Pretty much.
Well, here's the fun part.
See, and that's my issue with penalties is they make it so
ambiguous. Yeah.
Like there's no defining thing. Like a lot of this roughing the passer, shit like that. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes when you over-explain something, it makes it worse.
Jeff, did your mic just explode or something?
I didn't change anything.
It just got real loud all of a sudden.
My apologies. I didn't.
You're fine.
I haven't changed anything.
I wasn't upset about
hear you from across the room.
I didn't change anything.
When the hit happened,
I'll check my volume.
I was not thinking, oh crap, that was a terrible hit, blah blah blah. It just looked like a good football hit. The penalty was reviewed by New York, and the flag was picked up.
That's strange.
So, and they used like a special terminology for I think they called it like a New York timeout or some shit. It was weird. But CJ was able to move the ball a little bit before he got hurt. We got down at a field goal position, and then Fairbairn shanked it hard right. That was his only miss of his 6 attempts on a field goal. And the only reason we had points was Fairbairn. We went to the red zone twice, to the one twice, and came up empty on both possessions. One drive, it was all runs. The next drive, it was all passes. And we couldn't get shit to happen. It is beyond frustrating at this point to see absolutely no progress on this beyond halfway point of the season. The inconsistency on third downs. We converted 3 third downs on the first drive and then missed on the next 14 third downs. Yeah. This was not necessarily a terrible performance by Davis Mills. The offensive line did a lot better against the Broncos defensive front than I thought they would. And, CJ was sacked once and Davis was sacked 3 times. But even still, we led this game for literally basically the entire game. And it just kind of was squandered away after the defense had held Bo Nix to situations where he's trying to just hum the ball downfield and double, triple coverage, just hoping and praying because nothing else is open. That's the perfect situation to have your defense in. We got an interception. We had mentioned that they had a new punt returner. He had a fumble. That set up a field goal. All of the things that we needed to do on defense, we did with flying colors. J.K. Dobbins did not beat us. The passing game really didn't beat us. They took advantage of the one time we had Henry To'oTo'o on a running back and just trusted the rookie player to do something, which is a foreign concept in Houston. And their other touchdown was the only pass that Cortland Sutton caught all game on his 6 targets for 1 catch for 30 yards and a touchdown. This was not we'd talked about it all week, really. This was a defensive game, and it lived up to that billing. If you were looking for points, this was not it. If you smashed the under, you did well. You did well. Titus Howard got hurt, left with a concussion. Ed Ingram got hurt, left with a knee injury. C.J. Stroud left with a concussion, and Woody Marks left with an ankle injury. So, going to be interesting seeing what Davis Mills might have in store for Jacksonville this Sunday. But ultimately, this defense is being wasted by an offense that is the most inept thing I've fucking ever seen in my entire life. If you
Time
put
to get into an inept off next week. We'll talk about that on Saturday.
You put the Texans defense with the Colts offense, that might be the most unstoppable team that there ever was. Like, the Texans are playing historically good football.
With Cam Little kicking field goals.
Cam Little's a special, kicking.
And Chimray DK is your returner. Let's go. All AFC South team.
That's right. Looks different now.
I don't want anybody on the Titans.
You want DK. Everybody wants DK. He's probably going to be an all-pro returner at this point.
Well, it's because he gets like 1,000 kickoff returns.
Hey, leading the league, baby.
But another game comes and goes. Another game comes and goes, and we're still scratching our heads, wondering why the fucking coaching staff doesn't want to get the rookies involved. Jaden Higgins didn't catch a pass. I'm sorry. He caught 1 pass late in the game. Jalen Knoll had 4 offensive snaps. What are we doing? Are we really?
What are we even doing?
What are we doing? Why are we putting Christian Kirk on the field at this point? Like, there's just, just send him on somewhere.
Trade him to the Jags. They need a receiver. We're just going to trade him Calvin and Christian Kirk. Go back.
But look, with that, I can only harp on how ridiculously operated this offense is for so long, before it just sounds like I'm rehashing the same old shit. It's just because it's the same problems every game. But with that being said, I'll open it up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't feel like the offense looks much different with Stroud and Mills.
It does.
So, it's just so bad. The offensive line's bad. But the game kind of went how we all thought. It's going to be a defensive game, and really, Houston did an amazing job defensively. They let Bo Nix get free one time for a 25-yard rush, and that was the difference in the game. They put him into field goal range to win it. So I don't know. This defense is insane, and it's just not fair to the team. It's not. It's such a good defense. If you could just get like a below average offense, you'd be okay. It's just a shit show.
Yeah, dude. If we just imagine what the '85 Bears would have been like if Walter Payton missed that whole season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they just didn't fucking have an offense. It's real hard to get anywhere with absolutely no offense. Ask the early 2000s Ravens. But fuck. Jeff, you got anything?
No, I mean it's really no surprise that when y'all got D'Amico Ryans, I kind of wanted him in Indianapolis too. I mean, he's such a great defensive. He was a great defensive player, great defensive mind. You see what he did in San Francisco. You see what he's done in Houston. It's no surprise that they have such a great offense, or a great defense. But he needs to find some coach that can come in and do better than this on offense. Like their line is trash. Like I don't know, man. Like you said, they're not playing their rookies. They can't. At this point, what difference does it really make? Oh, we like these guys better than the rookie. Well, something's got to give. Like it can't be any worse than how. Like I don't know, man. It's just
even if they only know like 25% of the playbook, run the plays that they know.
Yeah,
get them fucking involved. What are we doing? Jalen Noel is the most explosive offensive weapon we have right now because Nico Collins is consistently drawing double coverage.
They've got to get something's like he's got to. At this point, I feel like this is where D'Amico's got to be like, all right, like you're the head coach. Take a hike, dude. I'm not hitching myself to that wagon. Like there's clear deficiencies, and it's on offense.
Yeah,
and I think that was like the same issue that Robert Saleh had with the Jets. Like their defense was really good. He's a defensive coach, and their offense couldn't do shit, and he got canned because he didn't make a move. So it's like,
well, the
at
difference
some point
being,
you got to do something.
The difference being, the first year with D'Amico, the offense looked fine. The second year, it was passable, but not great. And then now we're just full blown, like shit ass fucking team.
Yeah. What does the free agency look like next year for y'all's defense? I mean, I know Nico and Jimmy Ward but Sheldon Rankins are probably coming. Like, is the defense going to be okay next year, or do you kind of like need to go all out and try to fix this offensive line this year?
Fine. We've got a lot of young dudes in the secondary, and all the guys who aren't young that aren't Jimmy Ward have a fucking contract extension already.
Okay.
So
this isn't one where y'all need to sell out to try to fix the offense immediately.
No. Technically, the defense has got like a very large window, and the offense is just kind of the window for the offense exists when the quarterback is around. Like if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have an offensive window.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they got to figure out something. I think Casario's definitely beyond on the hot seat at this point. He's had 6 years to bring some offensive linemen in, and he's just not. So I'm done with him at this point. Isaiah, you got anything?
I hope CJ's all right. Have they said what he's looking like?
Usually when the Texans get a concussion, they just don't play the next week anymore.
Okay. That's good.
I would expect that he's not playing. Probably the same thing with Titus Howard.
Okay. That's good. That makes sense. Yeah, man. Overall, I just don't understand the drop off. I understand the offensive line, still isn't great compared to last year when it wasn't great and CJ struggled. Not having his best friend on the team definitely has been showing up this season. But man, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out for them. It's kind of getting to a point of like, do you maybe try and lose a few more games at a little bit higher pick, or you still try and make that playoff push? Now, I know no team ever wants to, intentionally. Let me correct that. Most teams don't want to intentionally tank. But, it's kind of getting to a point where it might be better for the Texans to lose a couple more games and get a higher pick this year. And at least try and bolster that O-line or something. I mean, it's just we're at a point where I'm not really convinced that this is going to get fixed in the offseason. I know I'm kind of jumping ahead there, but it sucks, man. I hate seeing it. I like CJ. I think he's a good dude. He played great his rookie year, and he really had a lot of promise. But now he's kind of just fallen to the wayside because he can't get more than half a second in the pocket before he has to move. And he's not a guy who's known for making a lot of on-the-run throws and stuff like that. So you can clearly see him struggling. But just overall, it's such a great defense for such a struggling offense right now, and that's just a shame to see. Yeah. And yeah, man, that's really it. I hope they get something at least ironed out, but it's, offensive lines don't really fix themselves during the season, so it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, especially with all the injuries that we went through. I mean, we were doing the rotation at left guard this game as well. Mm-hmm. And then when Ed Ingram got hurt and Titus Howard got hurt, they had to stop doing that. And Juice Scruggs went in as the right guard, and Blake Fisher came in as the right tackle. Only thing that I can hope happens between now and Saturday, Sunday is that the Texans elevate Trent Brown to be the starter at right tackle over Blake Fisher, because I think he gives you much better options than Blake Fisher does. But let's go ahead and pivot now to the third least disappointing loss. That would be the Chargers beating the Titans 27-20. Before I let you take it, Andrew, your score prediction was 33-17 Los Angeles. I had 31-7 Los Angeles. Isaiah 38-17 Los Angeles, and Justin 31-10 Los Angeles. Go ahead.
All right. Well, the same pitiful offense as a couple of my counterparts here. They did this wildcat play 3 times, and if I see it one more time this season, I'm gonna gouge my fucking eyes out because it did nothing every single time. Ran it on fucking 3rd and 1. I'm not a fan of the tush push, but just run it when you're right there, especially with a quarterback the size of Cam Ward. It's gonna get past the do a Duval dunk, whatever. I don't push his Titan tush. Whatever you want to call it, I don't care.
All right, that's out of line.
Easy.
Tighten up his tush. Let's go.
Whoa.
Whoa.
He put what up his tush?
That's Titans Table for 2 at onlyfans.com.
Titans Table for tush.
There we go. I'll table his tush if he gets us a damn touchdown from 1 yard out. But no, the defense played really well. Sacked Justin Herbert 6 times. Draymond did so well these last 4 games. He got traded for a 5th round pick. Yep. 1 year rental for us, so I'll take that. It could become a 4th round pick. I don't know what the qualifications are for that. Also, it's the Jets 5th round pick, so even if it doesn't go to the 4th, you're still looking like a top 3 pick in the 5th round.
Yeah.
So but they did a decent job containing Herbert. I mean, he threw for 250, 2 touchdowns, an interception. That was a pick 6 by Cody Barton. Jim continues to be explosive, punt return for a touchdown. Didn't get involved in the offense as much in this game, he had 2 really good games on offense, but he didn't really get a lot of touches. Not Cam's best day. No turnovers, which is nice, but he misfired on a couple throws, a couple more drops out there as well. I think the first drive there was 2 drops. You're like, all right, well, this is one of those days. Yeah. The offense is just pitiful. Honestly, we don't even have a defense like the Texans, but they do enough. They've done enough all year to put us in winning position going into the 3rd or 4th quarter, and that's when we lose game. We got blown out by the Colts in the first game, but every other game we've been there in the second half. And within striking distance, at least, if you could just put something together, and this offense just can't put anything together. It's just pitiful. I don't know. But so Cedric Gray continues to, pop off. He had 16 tackles this game. I mean, the defense doing what it did, minus Jeffrey Simmons. Last week without Jeffrey Simmons, it was obvious. It was horrible. But this week they looked good, and then obviously that's a patchwork offensive line they got going on, and for the Chargers, Alt got hurt again. Bobby Hart got hurt. I think Pipkins got hurt. So, yeah, it's just the offense is just abysmal. So we'll definitely see some more trades between now and 3:00 tomorrow. We already have a press conference being held by our GM at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, and it's going to be to cover any trades. So you get to see someone like Calvin Ridley going, Tavondre Sweat talking about him getting traded, Amani Hooker, Tony Pollard, any of these guys on 1-year deals, Kevin Zeitler. So there's a lot of people that could be moved by tomorrow. They're trying to stack as many drafts. They said when they initially signed Borgonzi as a GM, they're trying to get, it was something crazy like 12 picks in the top 100 over the next 3 years or something like that. Something crazy like that. So you'll see a lot of movement probably. Chig could be another one. So
Interesting.
definitely looking to build draft picks to rebuild this from the bottom up.
Yeah, I didn't really have 27-20 on my bingo card for this game. I really thought the Chargers were just going to kind of run away with it. The Titans defense and the special teams had other things to say about that, though, which is always a pleasant surprise. But wish my fucking bet would have hit. If you guys would have just stayed under, that would have been nice. But whatever.
I'm not mad.
No, I'm not mad. It's just $900,000 that I missed out on because you guys want to.
That Chim DK return touchdown's been a long time coming. He's had like 2 or 3 called back. He's been like 1 block away several times. So
Will the Chargers trade for Tunsil to save their season? That'd be wild. Yeah, I mean, just to kind of, I feel like the rest of the team is, for the Titans is, I don't know, fed up with the fact that the offense isn't doing anything. And they're like, all right, well, I guess we're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
And damn near got it done. So, yeah, I mean, it's just stockpiling and getting picks and going from there. Gentlemen, Chargers, Titans.
I mean, I guess I'll go. I don't have a whole lot to say other than it was never the Titans, but like you said, I didn't see this being as close as it was for as long as it was. So, I mean, that's, again, props to the Titans defense. They kept them in the game to, possibly win, but, they don't know what that is. So, yeah, but I'm just surprised that it was 27-20. Titans have had a lot of trouble getting over, that 13-point hump last couple of years, it feels like. But, I mean, they played, I think, one of their better games of the season against, a good Chargers team. So, I think they're on the right track. But, Titans bounty gate show off.
I don't think Joel was bounty gated.
Well, so his own offensive lineman blocked our defensive line ground and rolled into his ankle.
But like I said, I think the Titans did play one of the better games of the season. But it seems like they're on the right track. They just, they need more pieces, obviously, but
yeah.
So you would.
No, so I mean, like a bright spot. The young guys are the ones that are making plays. So
yeah,
if Gunner, Chim, and Alec, if you can go 3 for 3 in that 4th round, you feel really good.
Mm-hmm. Damn straight, Isaiah.
I didn't think coming out of Florida, Dyke would be this good.
DK.
Jameer Dyke.
That's how I was saying his name. I'm like, who names their kid Dyke?
No,
it's the last name. You don't name him. That's just the name.
Like it almost like it makes me think that we were like doing him a disservice last year, not getting him the ball more and letting him like return kicks and shit. I mean, he's been a really big surprise, and I think that he's going to be a guy that, I mean, not a lot of people. I mean, he didn't go very high in the draft. Like a lot of people didn't have a high stock in him. Didn't think he's going to be there. He's clearly showing that he can be even potentially a number 1, I think, for the Titans. They just got to get Mr. Overpaid out of the building and, let him and Cam Ward really kind of just bring that friendship and develop that throw. But all-purpose yards is, I mean, he's just going crazy right now. He's one of the best players in the NFL with the football in his hands right now, which is weird to say on the worst team in the league. But it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of develop that and kindle that going forward. But man, I don't know. I think this was another decent week for some. I mean, they moved the ball a little bit, but again, this was just defensive and special teams. Joey Sly made some field goals. That was cool. That was cool. all both of them. But yeah, no, that's really all I've got. It's nice to see Cam Ward continue to develop some chemistry with his targets, and just hopefully it can translate next year when it matters a little bit more.
Yeah. Brandon wants to know when's the soonest we get a mock draft from all 4 hosts. A post-trade deadline.
Yeah, until we're out of playoff
Doing it
contention,
like
you ain't
the
getting
next
it.
episode.
Yeah.
I've been looking at mock drafts already. Give me fucking Ruben Bain or David Bailey, baby.
Yep. All right. Well, look, let's pivot to the final game on the docket here. That'd be the only team who won a game. The Jacksonville Jaguars win 30-29 in overtime. And I guess they changed the overtime rules or something, because I saw the Jags score a touchdown in overtime, and I was like, the game's over. And then they kept playing, and I was like,
they keep going, no.
Yeah, we just wasted 7 minutes to score a touchdown.
It's just it's like the playoff rules now all the way through.
Interesting.
Yep. So it's each team gets a chance to possess it, and then if neither team scores or they like tie each other, they both get the same thing, then next score wins.
Okay.
So yeah, Jacksonville got the ball. It's a 10-minute quarter now. Both teams get a chance. We were basically like, hey, let's just waste as much time as possible. And so we got it down to like 3 minutes and I think 16 seconds when we scored the touchdown. And so didn't really give them a lot of time. Overall, though, I mean, just kind of a sloppy game. Trevor Lawrence played all right. I mean, he had the one boneheaded interception. That play design, honestly, I think if you asked anybody who's watched football would say throw that shit out. I mean, they just like rolled a bunch of shit left. There was a free defender in his face. He tried to kind of like hook it around him, and it hooked right into like the safety was like, wait, there's a ball in my hands? Like, okay. And like for some reason, De'Ami Brown was like backpedaling in the end zone and just let the safety get in front of him. Like, I don't know what that was all about, but Trevor just needs to run it there or like throw it in the dirt at that point. But overall, though, other than that, he played pretty well. There were a couple of high throws, but overall, he was hitting guys in the hands. The announcers could not have glazed. I mean, like, if you were in Krispy Kreme and went through the machine, you couldn't have been glazed harder than what Brock Bowers and Max Crosby were glazed yesterday. One of them, after Brock Bowers had the like 30 or 40-yard touchdown, or whatever it was, he's like, Brock Bowers is my favorite player. He's my favorite player now. He's my favorite player. And, like, he's like, and he's like, the other guy goes, but you were talking about him a lot before and during the game the whole time to this point. So I think we got that. It's like, then anytime Crosby did anything, he's like, oh, Max Crosby, he's the best player. You just watch him split that double team. And it's like single team. It's one guy blocking him. And then at one point they're like, Josh Hines Allen really has to get going. He's really got to get started in this game. And then he's like, oh, look, he got double team there. They're trying to make sure he stays out of the play. And he dropped back into coverage on Brock Bowers. Like, the announcers were just pissing me off. They were stupid. But overall, though, sloppy game. We gave ETN the ball a lot. I think they ran the ball 40 times or 41 times in the game overall. Which is exactly what I said we needed to do, is just continue to run the ball, especially considering we went into the game down like 2 receivers, and then we came out down 4 receivers, basically. So, we had Publix baggers and Parker Washington out there, so that was interesting. Temp Jones, a guy I've been saying I hate and get off the team for years. We somehow got him back. I didn't even know we did. He had a decent play down the stretch that got us down the field in overtime. But, it's interesting. I don't know, man. I don't think this game necessarily made me think like, yeah, Jacksonville's going to do great this year still. We're okay. I'm just ready to get Brenton Strange back. Brock Bowers is going to – he's just really good. We don't have anybody that can cover him. And so who's better, the public baggers or Parker Washington? I mean, considering Parker actually got a bunch of catches and yards, probably Parker. But he's more of like, he's like a Publix manager. I wouldn't say he's like, some great, anyways. But nah, man, it was not a confidence inspiring game. Brock Bowers is the whole reason they were even really in it, but also too, our coverage was just soft as fuck. We were leaving the flats open all day. They were just watching Ginty run out, and then they were like, they were just watching Ginty roll out and Michael Mayer roll out into the flat and just like giving him 15 yards of cushion to catch the ball. Ashton Ginty was running down the field and just doing Ashton Ginty things. It looked like he was back in college because we were just arm tackling and fucking not doing shit. Travis Etienne, I will say, he took some big hits and kept running in that game. I think he surprised me a little bit with how well he was keeping his balance. Spatial Tootin put out another good performance. Devon Hamilton, he floated for a second to block that ball at the end of the game. But overall, man, just a sloppy outing. Less penalties than normal, but still some penalties. And I didn't think we'd let the Raiders score that many points. And Gino put together a clean game other than that one interception. So going to be interesting going forward, seeing who we're getting back. I think Devin Lloyd may be back next week. Brenton Strange, we've got a week or two left on him coming back. Hunter's at least 3 more weeks, probably more. So, I mean, I'm not really like jazzed going forward, but hopefully we can continue to put together some wins and run the damn ball.
Well, I didn't get the predictions out of the way, but Andrew said 23-16 Jacksonville. I said 27-13 Jacksonville. Isaiah 24-13 Jacksonville. Justin 17-14 Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't think anybody had this as a 59-point game.
No, I had literally like I hadn't seen anything about this game at all because I was in the middle of like just getting my head bashed in at work. We were just slammed, and it was me and like one other guy in the kitchen. And so I was basically like making food, and then I had the Texans game on my phone, and I would glance at it like once every like 5 minutes. But yeah, no, to see the score the way it was, to see the game going to overtime, none of that was anywhere near what I thought was going to happen, even with the injuries. Head bashed in, guys. Even with all the injuries that the Jaguars have, this was not a game that I had to be close. That does give me a little bit of concern for the defense that the Jaguars were. I mean, easily one of the top defenses earlier in the season, and then it seems like injuries have piled up, and now it's
yeah.
We
were down to we had our first string, technically, if you consider Newsome a first string corner. Lewis went down early in the game. Jarian Jones went down in the game. We were already down Travis Hunter. Monteric Brown played. I don't think I saw another corner, so then they played most of the game. Eric Murray is on IR now, so we had like our backup safety in there. It was a rough day, outing.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, you got anything?
Who knew that Brock Bowers coming back would change the Raiders' offense that much? I mean, yeah, not to be glazing him like a Krispy Kreme over here, but the dude's a monster.
Oh, no, he's great. No, I like Brock Bowers. It's just they were annoying.
Ginty, they did a good job of containing Ginty on the run. It's just, like I said, he said the coverage was soft. So when he got out of the backfield in the passing game, he looked a little more elusive. That offensive line sucks, but I mean, I'd be giving Ginty the ball as much as I could. That's really your only 2 playmakers, though, is Ginty and Bowers. So, this kind of looked like the Geno that we saw in Seattle, which he hasn't looked like all year. So, give me any close game, came down like literally a hand difference. The defensive lineman doesn't knock that ball down. That's a completion to Tyler Lockett in the end zone for a 2-point conversion, because he was butt naked right there. Hey, props to the defensive for stepping up when it mattered. You gave up a lot of points to a piss poor Raiders team, but you made the play when it counted. So, shout out to him.
Jeffrey?
Yeah, I'm just going to say I actually really like that the Raiders went for 2 at the end of the game. They didn't play for a tie. I love that. Like, that would have been such bullshit, end the game in a tie. Nobody wants to see it.
That would actually have to go
like
first.
They went for it. Huh?
Isaiah's tie would have had to go before the 3 losses.
I like that they went. Yeah, Jacksonville's defense didn't look good. I think I saw Ginty didn't have a lot of yards, but I saw like a tackle on him where the guy just kind of like shoulder tackled him, and just stopped on the play thinking that he knocked Genty down, and Genty just kept running. Like, it was just shit like that I was watching on Red Zone, but I saw that play, and I'm like, what the fuck was he not? Like, the first thing they teach you is to wrap him up, and he just went for, like, that big hit and wasn't playing,
Both teams were doing that.
fundamental.
It was weird.
Yeah, well, yeah. It was just tackle him, dude. Stop the bullshit. But overall, I mean, it was a fun game. I mean, they were constantly on Red Zone because all the damn points at the end of the game.
Yep.
I think they put up like 40 or something like that in the last like half of the fourth quarter in overtime. It was ridiculous, but I can't remember exactly how many points were put up. But it was
a lot.
It was a lot of points fast. But yeah, just a fun game. But it's like you said, this doesn't really feel like, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh yeah, they're definitely making a run of it. This doesn't give you that kind of confidence because the Raiders weren't that great. I mean, yeah, Brock Bowers is a phenomenal tight end, but it's like the rest of the team they don't have the pieces there to be anything, whatever right now. So it's just that doesn't instill a lot of hope that it was that close. Came down to the last few seconds of overtime. A win's a win, and you'll take it.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'm in like we're either like because honestly, when they're fully healthy, they have the pieces to do okay. But like when you have zero depth and your fully healthy pieces are only enough to do okay, I think we're basically going to be like we're probably going to be one win away from a first round exit or one loss away from not making it and being held out. Like this is going to be a team that gets a couple more wins on the year, may make the playoffs, may scrape in, or may not. But I think that another offseason and it could be a really good team. Bring in some more guys, maybe trades or draft, but. Yeah, definitely after that one, it doesn't make me think that we're going to do any better in the playoffs if we somehow make it or any worse if we don't. I think we're going to be like one win will decide it for us at the end of the year. And it'll be against the Colts, of course. But as long as it's not in Jacksonville, I don't care.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap her up. Do you guys have any closing comments?
Yeah, I got one. Draymond Jones just tweeted the one we just traded.
NFL's crazy.
Yeah, you see that? Did you see it? Blah, blah, blah. NFL's crazy. Thanks, Titans, blah, blah. Then he says, Cam is the truth, too, y'all. Give him time. He can be great. I'm sold.
There you go.
He's next GOAT.
This was one of the comments I wanted to get back to real quick. Since the division plays the AFC West and the NFC West this year, which team from both of those divisions does our division hate the most? Chiefs and
The division plays AFC. Which team from both?
I have to say, I don't know, Seahawks.
I was going to say
No.
49ers. I'm not a big
Rams.
I don't have a problem.
Rams for me because they beat us in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that was.
But it sucks because it's still the same fucking team.
Wow.
But I like Sean McVay and I like Stafford. That's just like a
That's why I went Seahawks. I don't really hate anyone in that.
I don't hate the
NFC
Seahawks
West.
either.
If I had to pick one though, I'd say the Seahawks just because of what they did to Peyton in the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm just
I like the Seahawks back. Like I like the Legion of Boom and stuff like that. Golden played for them, which is a friend of mine, Golden Tate.
Yep.
So I don't know. The AFC West. I mean, Chiefs are the easy choice right now because they're so good. But I didn't hate them before Patrick Mahomes.
No, because they were like terrible after Joe.
I liked Larry Johnson. I liked Priest Holmes. I liked Jamal Charles.
Nobody asked. You just asked, who do you hate the most?
Right now.
I mean, yeah.
It's the Chiefs. They're the most.
I don't hate the Raiders. I don't hate the Broncos.
Chargers. Man, they've always had our number.
It wasn't too long ago y'all were beating the hell out of the Chargers.
But I did like LT and Antonio Gates.
Yeah. Well, all right, gentlemen. I want to thank you all for coming on and talking AFC South ball about your respective teams. If you're a Titans fan, go check out Andrew on Titans Table for Two. If you're a Colts fan, go check out Jeff and Justin on Unstabled. If you're a Jaguars fan, head on over to Third and Teal to see more of Isaiah's beautiful beard, as well as Trevor and Aaron. And then if you're a Texans fan, you can find me at That Real Texas Team podcast, holding it down with Chris and Mike. So like, subscribe, notification bell, folks. We're trying to grow and get in front of more football fans. So if that's you, hit the button, hit the notification bell, be good people, fuck the Colts.
Fuck the Titans.
And the Cowboys.